With the contagion of these displays by athletes during the playing of our national anthem, we are seeing classic predictable sequences playing out that relate to business cycles, political correctness, and the violation of our core values. These all have patterns that cannot be ignored without experiencing very unpleasant consequences that can impact the future of our country. In my editorial, The Art of Compromise, I address the ingredients needed to avoid these unintended consequences. Our purpose in life is to make the world a better place by living the core values of honesty, fairness, sustainability, and integrity. But the country seems to have an infection of apathy and indifference that is playing out in a very visible way by these displays by players during the playing of our country's anthem. The NFL's business model is in the latter throes of a natural death cycle that every person in business must follow. They are born, they grow up, and they die. Countries like Sears, Eastman Kodak, General Motors, and Bethlehem Steel are all examples. And the NFL is rapidly becoming another casualty. They are overplaying their hand by following a dishonest model of seeing how far they can insult or abuse their audience before losing money. They pimp their players, they charge a small fortune for tickets, the rule changes make the game almost unwatchable, they play in public-funded facilities while taking self-serving, politically correct positions like spouse abuse, breast cancer, and racism. Not because they believe in these causes, but because they think it will increase their viewing audience. Now they're allowing their players, who must otherwise live under very strict team and league rules, to express a politically correct position that seems to impugn patriotism under the guise of free speech. This is ironic because they did not allow the players to express any tribute to the 5 assassinated police officers from Dallas by putting a decal on the Cowboys' helmet. This is only one example of the hypocrisy, and it's insulting to anyone who likes football. This league seems to resent the president for pointing this out. And they hide behind the mantra by saying it is divisive, hurtful to criticize the players for expressing their First Amendment rights. No position is purely black and white, no pun intended. There are always incidences of bad behavior that must be dealt with. But to spin it, to make it look like the entire country agrees with it, is wrong. The sad part, their positions are propagandized by fake news, with most of these players too dim to realize they are pawns in the political correctness war that violates our country's core values and spits in the face of patriotism, not to mention the system that allows these players to make millions doing something they love. The solution is simple. If any business fails to realize they are violating the core values that made this country the greatest country in the world, stop patronizing that company. In this case, if you like to watch football, watch it only to see what products you should boycott. This will quickly self-correct the charade. This is Kube wishing you the best in making the world a better place.